I was just sitting here by the trickling lake, contemplating many things. Running water is good for that, you know, it just settles our nervous system, washes through us. Well, it does for me anyway. I can't talk for anyone else, I can only talk from my experience. But that's what I was thinking about, was my experience so far. And it's funny me doing these videos and sharing this way in YouTube, because it feels so great in so many ways to share myself, because I haven't really before. But then it also feels so new, and there's this part of me that from the past that I acknowledge the old parts of me. And as we grow in wisdom and in spirituality, I feel like you come to outgrow your problems. You know, it's like this growth in wisdom. It's like your problems, it's not like they go away, you grow out of them, you know? And I think some of my problems from the past stemmed around my challenges that I have around communication and around organization. Communication and organization. And I think in the past I would get so overwhelmed by being on top of things, and I would get overwhelmed by people and by situations, social situations, because I didn't know myself. And I was struggling to present myself in a world where I still hadn't really fully grasped who I was, and I had these ideas around who it was I was to be, and I didn't feel safe. And instead of voicing this, because I didn't really know this, I guess I avoided it in many ways. Hence, probably a big reason why I was off of social media for so long. Besides the fact that I do find the energy of screens and that whole world a lot anyway. I find that overwhelming and stimulating, and I like to enjoy what's around me rather than just being held in a screen. But I have used the screens, and I find it helpful, and I've found other YouTube content makers really helpful for me on my journey to connect with and know that we're going through similar things. So it's just such a great platform, and I'm so grateful that I can share myself in this way, and I'm really enjoying sharing myself. And I just think it's such a beautiful thing to be able to have in the future, even for my children. You know, they don't really want to know me right now. Well, they do, but you know, they're not so interested. But maybe one day when I'm not here anymore, you know, it's a log. It becomes something they can look back on and they can remember. And it's also my way of being able to share myself with a wider community, which I struggle with sometimes on a day-to-day basis. I think I do struggle to reach out to everybody I know, and anybody that I do know personally probably knows this about me. You know, it's not my strongest point. I try to where I can, but especially because I'm not on social media, and God, I'm the worst at forgetting birthdays and remembering things, but I do think of people, and I'm getting better at trying to message when I think of them. But I just think in the past I've found it quite overwhelming to stay on top of things, so I've just avoided it, and then I've just, maybe come across as someone who doesn't care or who doesn't want to stay in contact, and that's not at all who I am. And maybe it's made me come across as not a very good friend or a family member. I don't know. If that has been how I've portrayed myself to anyone, then I'm sorry. I really am. Wasn't my intention at all. I just felt a sense of overwhelm and anxiety around technology, computers, and social media in particular. And yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. So I sort of stopped. I'm sorry that I never gave any explanation, or I didn't communicate to those of you I love about what was going on for me. And I guess maybe I didn't know. I'm discovering it now. Discovering it as I go. But yeah, this path of authenticity makes you really look at yourself and acknowledge the ways that you've been in the past that maybe haven't been as good as you would have liked them to be. But all works in progress, right? We're growing and we're evolving and we're learning, and I'm just trying to be better than I used to be, as Wayne Dyer would say. As I sit here by the trickling, beautiful, babbling brook, I think of all the people that I love and all those friends and anybody I know and anybody I've met, even through this, if I haven't actually met you in person, but you're here watching, we're meeting. Oh, little fairy flew past me, if you believe in fairies. I just have so much appreciation for all of you and love for all of you. I really want you to know that I'm so grateful that I get to be here and I get to know you, and our paths get to cross. How cool is that? I'm so grateful for that. And once upon a time, I think I was so socially anxious, I didn't have that gratitude for the connection with others, connection to the land and to the community, connection to nature, but also connection to our human community, all of you. We're all here together in this fishbowl, mixing around together, trying to make the most out of this experience. And it's all here for us to experience. We get to enjoy all of it and be in all of it, and perceive it as we choose, and receive it as we choose. That's true abundance, isn't it? Choosing how to receive the plethora of abundance that's here for our taking. Not even our taking, just our enjoyment. For a short time before maybe another new generation comes and walks on the planet and does their thing. But I sure am happy I get to be here right now, enjoying all of this. And I sure am happy that I have realised how good it is to be connected to others and to humans. And I sure am going to try my damned hardest to be better at communicating and be organised and remembering special dates and people. But just know that I love you all.